In this episode, we will talk about UX issues and cover some basic signs that your product's UX is off track. Let's dive in. UX issues are common in all digital products. Some are the size of an ant, but some of them can get as big as a mammoth, and then things start heading downhill. The easiest way to spot a UX issue is to start looking for signs. Signs can show at any stage of the flow, starting from a bad conversion rate from a marketing campaign. For example, you invest $10,000 in a launch campaign and you only get one buyer or one registration at the end of the campaign. Or your checkout flow is so complicated that it causes a major drop-off. For example, your campaign performs great and you manage to attract 25,000 users to your site, from which 10,000 add a product to their cart and even 5,000 start the checkout process. And at the end, you register 25 orders. This is a 0.1% conversion rate. That is a big sign that you need to check your product's UX strategy. The majority of businesses don't even know the tools that can track such data, let alone use them. So what is the first thing that a business or a product owner thinks in a situation that I just mentioned? Well, they go ahead and bite the marketing team head off and declare that the campaign was unsuccessful and start brainstorming on the next campaign. Every new product has a new, well thought out marketing campaign and product strategy to be able to engage a target audience that could be potential buyers. We define the target audience by a proper market research that will provide the necessary data to build up a user persona. If the campaign was set up accordingly, then the product should have a great success, right? Well, not in all cases. I'll bring a case study where the marketing campaign performed well, but the final conversion rate was under the expected limit. In this case, the campaign was successful. It reached almost 1.5 million engagements, but only 0.25% of the users actually registered. So we started an overview process to check the whole UX inside and out, and we weren't very surprised when we found the source of the bad conversion. You guessed right, it was the incorrect implementation of UX. By analyzing the campaign summary, we saw that a lot of users bounced off when they got to the registration phase. It's crucial to have a very simple registration form in which the user doesn't get lost or bored filling out all the necessary information. Here are two samples. Which one do you think is the better form? The one on the left that has all the input fields, questions and checkboxes on one page, or the one on the right side that only asks for one piece of information at a time? Did you choose the one on the right? Well, you are close, but not even this is perfect, because the user still needs to fill out every field one by one. The best case would be an integrated authentication with LinkedIn, Google, or even Facebook. This way, the user only needs to confirm his or her identity and provide a password, and it's all done. By saving time for our prospects and reducing the number of clicks, we improve the experience offered by our product. Another sign that your UX is off track, for example, could be that you have a lot of visitors on your site, but a few of them find the product that they are looking for. In this case, the problem can usually be traced back to the user flow and the wireframes, which are two of the key elements when starting a UX strategy. A short note, think about the user flow as it would be the routes on a treasure map. The user always starts at point A, and with the right map, users are able to find the treasure easily. In our case, the treasure will be the product page, so that we can increase sales. As we want our users to always find the treasure, we'll leave a clue at almost every route that will lead our prospects to it. For example, we can lead them to the product page from a hero section on our landing page, from a recommended or highlighted product section in the same page. If they decide to read an article on our blog, we can refer products in our articles with hyperlinks that will automatically lead them to the referred page. If the UX logic in our user flow is wrong, then users can get lost on our page or even hit dead ends, and then they will be more likely to leave the site. A very simple example is when you don't have a CTA, a call to action button on our product page. This can end in 3 different cases. Worst case, the user doesn't find the CTA and just leaves the whole site. Least bad, if they start navigating through the site and after spending a few minutes searching, they leave the site. Quick note, this can be tracked by using a heat map. And the best case scenario is when the user takes the time to look for contact details and contacts you directly, but this will happen in 1 in 1,000, given how overcrowded the market is. I'll leave you with an extra small tip. Open your website from a mobile phone. The smaller the phone, the better. If you can navigate through the site with one hand, then it's perfect. If not, you need to rethink the order and arrangement of the elements so that it will be mobile and palm friendly. In the next episode, we'll talk about why is it worth investing in prototypes and how prototypes help the development process. Subscribe and hit the bell notification icon so you don't miss it. Until next time, see ya.